why there's a camera in the back is this entire year, no one has observed me teaching you computer literacy, whereas the principal has observed me teaching you history, and I think some other people have observed me teaching you English as well, at least in Form 1. So they need to know how I teach computer literacy, so we might as well do it today. What we're going to do is, we're actually, for the second half of the class, we're going to continue touch typing. But now we have to do something else. So besides the touch typing, which you will be assessed on in 2 or 3 weeks, we're going to start talking about issues in computer literacy and computer technology. The reason why is because somehow in August or September, last September, we decided as the teachers decided that we would talk about this. So we're going to spend 2 weeks talking about issues in computer and information technology. You're going to have a written test. Yes. The first written test of the year, and that will count for 1/4 of your grade. So this is how your final mark will be determined. Half of your final mark came from the Dreamweaver project. 1/4 will come from the touch typing. And then the last 1/4 will come from the written test that we will start going over today. So are there any questions about that? Everything counts. I would suggest for those of you who got nothing on the Dreamweaver project, it counts for half. To perhaps pay attention and try very, very hard at touch typing, as well as passing this written test that we're going to take. And I think that's about it. Okay, first, open your exercise books. The first issue, in fact the biggest thing we're going to talk about is with regard to effects of computers on society. And obviously there are many effects, and what we're going to do is semantic map a lot of these concepts, a lot of these words and ideas, so we have a better understanding again of what they mean and how they relate to effects. We're going to go over a lot of words today, and hopefully we can start developing an understanding of these words. Hopefully you can go home and continue to further your understanding, because you will see these words again in 2 weeks' time. You will take a quiz that counts for 1/4 of your daily mark. Alright, first, effects of computers on society. Let's brainstorm just a bit. Are there any words or phrases that come to mind? You have this topic in your head. What are you thinking of? Any words? Effects of computers on society. Any words at all? Yes, Jeremy?
People say computer games instead of
Okay, so people are playing computer games. We can put that over there. Instead of studying. So what exactly are they doing then? They are... Huh? Oh, relaxing. But Jeremy doesn't think that they're relaxing. They are instead what? They should be studying, but yet they're playing video games. What are they doing then? Yeah. Give yourself. Computer games, relaxing, wasting time. What other words or expressions come to mind? If you're thinking about effects of computers on society, let's just get a few more before I introduce all of these concepts to you. Because there are a lot of things that we need to go over. Anything? Email. Okay, so what word, what adjective describes using a shorter time to do something? It is more good, and you got all the words. In fact, when we talk about it's so convenient to play computer games all the time, we might talk about addiction too. I'm sure some of you are very, very addicted to playing games on the internet, so much so that you don't go to sleep. You're just addicted to the computer. What else can we get? What other words or expressions? I can call on you. Just have one thing in your brain. Jason, give me one.
And we can have
Any word.
super brain.
Super brain. Sure. You call someone else. Mandy, give me one. Any word that comes to mind.
Free.
Free. I like that. Give yourself. Excuse me? Save. Save data. Do not delete. Alright. Penny, give me one. Homework. Alright. Anyone else? Any other words? Alright, so these are the expressions, the words, the ideas, the concepts that come into your mind when we're talking about effects of computers on society. Now let me give you the words, the concepts that the book considers important and related to effects of computers on society. Let's start. You're going to need all of these words. Just letting you know. Copyright ordinance. Customs and Excise Department. What else do we have? Software license. What else? Shareware. Freeware. What else do we have? Open source software. There are a lot of words here, boys and girls. Piracy. Data privacy. Personal data ordinance. Personal data ordinance. What else do we have? Online theft. Phishing. Filtering software. Oh man, there are a lot of these things. And hacking. Hacker. Antivirus software. What else do we have? Firewall. Spyware. And computer virus. Spam. File sharing. Whoa, we're almost done. We put Facebook up here. Social networking. Finally, virtual exhausted. Alright, boys and girls. We got all kinds of words here, all kinds of concepts. And you're responsible for all of these. What we're going to do is we're going to put them in groups. We're going to try to make sense of it all. But first, let's make sense of a few of these words. Are there any words here that you would like defined? Do you want me to explain any of these words? There are all kinds of words here. And soon, in 2 minutes, you're going to start putting these words together to show certain effects, providing specific examples. You're going to classify these words according to certain groups, because indeed you can put them in certain groups. Anyone? Any words that you would like explained? Anything at all? Anyone? Yes? No? Okay. Let me draw your attention up here. We've talked about this word before, copyright. What two words do you see in copyright? Copy and? So what is a copyright? Haven't we talked about this before in English lesson? Copy and write. Anyone? Come on, Michael, take a shot. A copyright is what?
The people have the right to
To what?
distribute the copies from the original.
Give yourself. A copyright is your right to copy. Alright? So, for example, this book. There's a copyright on this book. So I don't have the right to start copying this and then selling it. You know, I don't have this right to copy things and then go out to mom and pop and sell the book. Because only the publisher can say, hey, you copy this, you sell it. Alright? Let's take a look at, by the way, an ordinance is a law. So a copyright ordinance, like a personal data ordinance, they are laws, rules, by the legislative branch. Right? Next. Piracy. What word do you see in piracy? What word starts with that? P-I-R-A. Like Disneyland. What do you see? Piracy. Arr. What word? Yes. Good. Give yourself a tip. So, pirates. Arr. Right. What do they do? When you think about the movies, what do they do? What do they do? What does Johnny Depp do? He steals. What does he steal? He steals gold. But in this instance, piracy, what are you stealing? Data. Like what? Huh? What are you stealing? Thinking about effects of computers. What are you stealing? Like what? What are you stealing? We're not stealing passwords yet. We're going to deal with another word that deals with stealing passwords. Like your music. Where do you get your music from? What if you don't buy CDs? Yeah. So when you're a pirate, when you're talking about piracy, what are you stealing? What kind of information? Like what? No, we're not talking about passwords yet. There's another word for that. What am I stealing? It's like, yes, what kinds of files? What types of files? Like what? Yes, that's what I want to hear. Give yourself a tip. You're stealing someone else's movie or someone else's music. When you're not buying CDs and you're just downloading them from the internet, movies, music, books, files, whatever it is, that's piracy. You are the pirate. Okay? Well, when you're talking about stealing passwords, that kind of stuff, that's online theft and stealing. And take a look at this word over here. It's related to online theft. What is this word, by the way? What is this word? Phonics. What does this word sound like? What does this word sound like? Yes. Phishing. Remember the PH, it sounds like which letter? F. It sounds like F. Phishing. So you're phishing, right? What are you phishing for? Sometimes you go to a website. Sometimes you get an email that says that pretends to be a bank, that pretends to be your friend who's in trouble. What do they want? Yeah, like what? Most importantly, your ID numbers and your passwords and usernames. So, phishing is a form of online theft. Piracy, you're stealing people's music. You're stealing the Canto Pop music. You're stealing the movies. You're not paying for them. Phishing, you're phishing for your passwords. So I create a program, and then when you go to my website, a box pops up. Oh, you have a virus. Click here. Click here. You have a virus. Click here. And you click on it, and then you allow the program, the box, to put a computer virus or something else like that into your computer to phish for your information. And then you have problems. Okay? So I think that's about it. Any other words that you would like explained? Anything? Covered copyright, piracy, and phishing. Okay. Let's start putting some of these words together then. If you see something that we can put together, just raise your hand. There are so many words here. One word can belong to more than one group. We're going to do this together. I'm not leaving you guys alone this time. What can we put together? You don't need to think about the groups yet, but we're just thinking about this. We have these things here. Let's put some things together. Yes? Hacker. What else? Hacker. Online theft. What else? Phishing. And data privacy. Good. So we got some things here. Anyone else? We're just putting this together as a class. Words can belong in more than one group. Yes, Yanni. Yeah? Anti-virus software. Firewall. And what? Filtering software. Give yourself. What else can we put together here? Michael. Copyright. What else? Copyright. Copyright. Ordinance. Shareware. What else? Piracy. Piracy. What else?
Firewall.
Firewall. Wow. What else? There are so many words here, boys and girls. So many interesting things. Anyone? I'll do one. I'll put another one up here. Let's do spyware, open source software, freeware, shareware, what else can we do? Bye guys. them together too. What else? You guys are doing a good job. Lots of words here. What else do we have here? Online theft. Spam. Where does spam belong? Spam. What is spam? Spam, okay. Spam is another word for junk mail. So all of the mail that you get in your mailbox that isn't from your friends or people you know, in fact, most of the mail that you get is spam, junk mail. Mail that Tony didn't send you. So where does spam belong? Where does peer-to-peer file sharing belong? Peer-to-peer file sharing. Where does that belong? Peer-to-peer file sharing. What are you sharing, by the way? What are you sharing? I remember WinMX used to be a very, very popular example of peer-to-peer file sharing. BitTorrent, to a lesser extent, is also a peer-to-peer file sharing network. Where does that belong? Where does spam belong? Where does peer-to-peer file sharing belong? Let's get this done. Online theft. Where's piracy? Do we have piracy up here yet? Piracy. Peer-to-peer file sharing. I want the movie, so I type. I get the movie, download the movie. Okay. I put this here, peer-to-peer file sharing with piracy. And what else? We're almost done, guys. What about computer virus? Have we put it anywhere yet? What about spam? Let's put it somewhere. Yes, Michael?
Spam and email filtering software
Good.
and antivirus software and hacker.
Good. And what else? Hacker. Okay, good. Excellent. Personal databases. Alright. Let's put some groups together. And now let's title them. What exactly would we call these things? What are we going to call Facebook, social networking, virtual communities? What do we title this? Related to effects of computers on society. So what is the effect? What is the effect? It can be one of these words. It doesn't matter. It can be another word. Huh? So, yes?
Communication between people.
Can we just use social networking then? People networking? Okay, let's try that. Social networking. Good. So we got one of these. So one of the effects of computers on society is the increase of social networking. People are talking in a net. Okay? What else? What can we talk about? Antivirus software, firewall, filtering software. What is this effect? What is the effect of computers on society? These are the examples. What do these things do? They filter. They what? They what? Stop. What's another word we can use? Block. Begins with a P. Good. Protect what? Okay. So what is one of the effects of computers on society? Use the word protect. They are more protection, computer protection. All right. Got that. So, two effects. So, more social networking, computer protection. Let's take a look at hacking, online theft, phishing, data privacy, personal ordinance. What are we talking about here? Internet what? Criminals. Internet crime, perhaps? So, one of the effects of computers on society is not only do you have a lot of people just trying to be friends, but you got lots of criminals too. So you have social networking, computer protection, because you have internet crime. Why do you need protection? Lots of crime. But let's take a look at this too. Hacker, email, spam, filtering software, antivirus software. What is this then? Email what? Email advertisements. Okay, so what would you call it? Would you call this spam? Would spam be? What would you say this? What is the effect of having more computers in society? Email, junk mail. That's spam, right? Spam. Spam. Why not spam then? That's what it's saying. Junk mail is spam. That's the definition. Anyone? Anyone else? Come on, you can argue if you want. Just gotta make an argument though. Let's call this spam first. So another effect of computers on society, more hackers, lots of junk email. What about piracy and peer-to-peer file sharing? What do we call this? This is what? I would say that this is piracy. One of the effects of computers on society, not only do we have lots of junk mail, we have more social networks, we have more protection, we have more crime, we also have a lot of piracy, a lot more stealing. So because we have peer-to-peer file share, what else do we have? What else fits under the piracy category? What's related to this piracy? What other words here or in your mind are related to this piracy? What's related to piracy? Stealing. Online theft. What else? Any other words here in your mind that are related to piracy? You downloading music, you downloading movies, and you're not paying for it. Any other words here? I would say software license as well. A license, like in America, a driver's license. You have the right to drive a car if you have a driver's license. Me, I am not allowed to teach. I cannot be a teacher in Hong Kong unless I have a teaching license. I have the piece of paper that says I have the right to teach. Software license. Whenever you buy a product, like let's say Microsoft Windows, or whenever you download something like the iTunes program, before you install the program, there's always that box that pops up that says I accept or I decline. I do not accept. You have to click on that and say accept. And then there are all these words in that box. That's the software license. That is, you have the right to do this with this software. Alright? So, I think that belongs in Piracy. Anything else? For Piracy? No? Alright. Great. So we got spam, we got piracy, we got internet crime, social networking, computer protection. What about spyware, open source software, freeware, shareware? What are these? What is an effect of computers on society? We have all kinds of what now? Where? Which is what? Where is short form for what? Software. So we have all types of software. Types of software. And I would say that this is also related to software licensing. Different types of software. Spyware is the stuff that when you click on the computer, it says you have a virus. Click here. It put the program into your computer to steal your password. That's spyware, like a spy. Freeware is what it is. You can use it, you don't have to pay. Shareware is, I share the program with you, but you can only use it for 30 days before it stops. And then you have to pay me money if you want to continue to use it. Open source software is freeware. It's free. Not only is it free, but you can download the code and change it. So open source software is freeware that you, if you know how to program, can change. Okay. Firefox, well, the Mozilla project is an example of open source software. Okay. We're almost done. Back in there. Finally, firewall, copyright ordinance, shareware, piracy. What is the effect? What word? We can put these words here. Copyright. Can we get another term though? Can we get just another group? It's about piracy and it's about what else? What's the big word in that group? What is the biggest word in that group? The most important word? Of those 5 words there, firewall, copyright ordinance, shareware, piracy. What is the most important word there, besides piracy? Copyright. So it could be a piracy issue, it's a copyright issue. Okay. That's what I learned. Firewall. Okay. Great. Basically what we've just done, we just did is we just mapped this unit that I'm supposed to teach you right now. So we have all kinds of effects of computers on society. These are the words that you are responsible for, boys and girls. They are related to these kinds of ideas. The most important thing, the effects of computers on society, these concepts help to explain the effects of computers on society. And I think that's about it. One last thing, before we go downstairs and work on touch typing. What do you think is the most important effect, the most important issue involving computers on society here? Anyone? And just explain why. We have all of these effects. What is the most important one and why? Anyone? I'll start. I think social networking is the most important, actually, you know what? I think spam is the most important effect of computers on society. Why? Because without spam, we wouldn't have so much of this. We wouldn't have a lot of this either. Spam is interesting because originally email was so awesome. When I first was, when I was in Form 2, when the internet first was being marketed to all people, I was one of the first email users, I guess, in my community, in my school. And it was great. I could just send you an email. Type a message, send it to you, you get it, you send it back to me. Wow, great. No need for stamps. And because before, when you want to talk to friends, you have to write letters and send them stamps and send them through the mail. But then what happened was the people who want to make money, they got smart. And they're like, well, why don't I, instead of sending you a message about some event, why don't I just send you an advertisement? Why don't I just send advertisements to all of you? In fact, why don't I just send an advertisement to all the people in the school? Well, no, why don't I just send an advertisement to everyone in Hong Kong, 6 million people? Why? Because even though most of you will delete the advertisement, if even like 2 or 3 of you click on the button, I make money. So spam is important because originally email was so cool, but now email is terrible. Why? Because you open your inbox, you have 50 messages, only 2 are from your friends. 48 are spam. So this is something where an idea gets abused. That's an important effect. Anyway, that's my opinion. Okay, guys. Who here thinks piracy is the most important effect? Anyone? Piracy and copyright. Who thinks they're the most important issues affecting computers on society? No one? One. Who says spam? That's just me. Who says internet crime? 3. Who says social networking? 2, 4, 5. And all of you have just joined Facebook too. Who says computer protection? 1. And who says types of software? 2. Great, what's this? This is crazy. I don't know what this is. Do you want to take care of this right now? We've already been interrupted after this college style. Do I need to take care of this now? No? Why does she interrupt me in the middle of the lesson? It's like I don't even need to take care of this right now, yet she just walks in and stops. I don't know, it's a mystery. Okay guys, so social networking. Why do you guys consider it to be the most important thing? Why is it the most important issue? I know this is kind of boring, we're almost done. Let's just answer this question. For those of you who raised their hands, or for those of you who didn't do anything at all, why is social networking the most important effect? Why? Why is it so important? Anyone? Then we can go downstairs. All you have to do, let's just answer it and then we go downstairs, guys. You raise your hands, I just want an explanation. I explained spam, I'm all about myself. convenient. What's convenient? Sell what? So why is this so important, the social networking? It's easy to meet friends. In fact, it's easy to meet new friends. I mean, you go to Facebook nowadays, and at the bottom right-hand corner, it says people you might know, right? And the pictures of the people you might know. So they even recommend people for you to become friends with. Alright? And once you become friends, you can talk to each other or sell each other things. Or take things from each other. Alright? So perhaps that's why social networking is such an important. Okay guys, what's going to happen next week? I'm going to give you an article on social networking. We're going to read it, then in 2 weeks you're going to take your written test. So you're responsible for this material. Next week you're going to be responsible for the article. Then you'll be responsible for hopefully passing the test. We're going to go downstairs right now, and then we're going to go over touch typing. Okay? But first, before we go downstairs, we're going to go to the website. 5, listen. 4, 3, be still. 2, be quiet. 1, over here. Michael, Dickie, over here. We're going to go over lesson 2 of that website. Lesson 1 went over these keys, the keys in the middle where your hands belong. What are those keys called, by the way? Home keys, home keys. Alright? Now, we're going to go away from home. We're going to start working on the keys at the top. The letters on top. QWERTY. Alright? Now, when you're typing, your fingers should remain. If your finger is not supposed to touch the letter on top, where should it be? Yes. Anchor your fingers on your home keys, please. Unless you're hitting the Q, unless you're hitting the T, unless you're hitting the U, unless you're hitting the P, you keep everything on the home keys. You're trying to develop good posture and discipline when typing, just like phonics, where you try to develop posture and discipline when speaking, reading, and writing English. Alright, so we're going to work on the keys up top, away from the home keys this lesson. Line up, let's go. Still on. Can someone, by the way, grab that plug? We're running out of energy. Thanks. Grab that, Yanni. Thank you. So we're going to go downstairs. Go to a computer, get to that website. Let's start. Alright? You only have 2 more lessons, and then I'm going to assess you. 30 words per minute. 95% accuracy, or else, well, it's pass or fail. It counts for 1/4 of your term mark. Let's go. We're going on a field trip. Hold the door, please. Oops. It's already held. Thank you. Are you scared, Bonnie?
Yes. Yes, okay.
Somewhere else. Jeremy, is the projector on? It's on. Alright, boys and girls, turn off your monitors, put your hands on your home keys, and we'll start. Turn off your monitors, please. Put your hands on your home keys. Good. Good. You want to make sure you also sit properly. If you're going to learn, we're going to learn to do it right. Hands on the home keys. Oh, okay, good. Good. Turn off your monitor. Hands on the home keys. Hands on the home keys. Sit properly, please. Oh, Bonnie, what are we going to do about you? Okay, good. You don't need to do anything right now. Just listen to me. Turn off your monitor. Hands on home keys. Okay, hands on home keys. Hands on home keys. Jeremy, hands on home keys. Jeremy, you confused? Hands on home keys. Hands on home keys. Home keys, home keys. Hands on home keys. Oh, how quickly you forget. Turn off your monitors, please. You're addicted to the computer. All right, boys and girls, your hands are on the home keys. This is what you're going to do. Listen carefully. We're going to start with the upper left. We're going to work our way across. I'm going to teach you which finger should hit which key. Alright? So, hands on the home keys. You can look at the keyboard if you want. Look at the keyboard. With your left pinky, hit the Q. So it should just go up a little. Hit the Q. All of your other fingers should be on your home key. So you hit the Q. Then, with your ring finger, left hand ring finger, hit the W. All of your fingers should be on the home keys except your ring finger. The middle finger now goes to the E. Hit the E. All of your fingers should be on the home keys. Pointer finger, left hand pointer finger, goes to the R. You want to tap that. Everything else stays on the home keys. Hit the T now with your pointer finger. All of the other hands, all of the other fingers should be in place. Hit the G now with your left hand pointer finger. Alright, now we're going to start with the right hand. Right hand pointer finger, hit the H. Keep the anchors, alright? Hit the Y with your right hand pointer finger. Right hand pointer finger, hit the Y. All of the other fingers should stay in place. Now, with your right hand pointer finger, hit the U. Then with your middle finger, right hand, hit the I. Make sure your fingers stay in place on the home keys. Then your ring finger, hit the O. All of the other fingers stay in place. Finally, your pinky finger with the right. Your right hand pinky finger hits the P. Everything else stays in place. So, boys and girls, what your objective is today, you need to memorize where those keys are, number one. Number two, which finger hits those keys. This finger over here, boys and girls, this pointer, how many keys does it hit so far? 4. It hits 4 keys. How many does this finger hit? 4. How many does the pinky hit? 2. All of these hit 2. No, whoops. These 3 hit 2. These hit 4. Alright? Let's go to lesson 2. Let's start. And I'll start walking around. Hands on the keys. Still, well, tight. Yeah, 93 words per minute. Awesome. Yeah. 89 words per minute. Hands on the home keys. Do it slowly. Hands on the home keys. Good. Put your hands on the home keys. I want to see you typing. I want to see some typing now. Get a good view of you guys, boys over here. I'm going to walk around with the cam now. Okay. You crazy girls. I'm going to watch you. Now let me watch you girls. Alright. Come on girls, get to the website. Come on Jeremy, Jeremy. Put your hands on the home keys, alright? Home keys. Home keys, Jeremy. Home keys. Okay, be relaxed. Okay, good. Now, let's start over lesson 2. Slowly, Jeremy. Alright. Just because you know the pattern doesn't mean that you know how to type. Keep the hands on the home keys, Jeremy. The idea is you want to stay in control, Jeremy. Alright? This is about self-control. You control your fingers, you just keep the fingers there. I know your fingers are excited, but you just want to keep them there. Okay? You hit it, go back. Hit and go back. No, oh Jeremy, come on. Keep your fingers there, alright? Hold on a sec, let me demonstrate.